There are tracks you need to explain, and tracks you don't. Long Beach doesn't need an introduction. Formula One raced here. Indycar still does. IMSA made it a battleground. Even Formula Drift turned it into a canvas. If you're bold enough to dream big as a driver, to be the best in the world, you need the skill to survive these concrete walls. Dreams get tested here. The dream of a perfect race, or of a comeback you weren't sure would ever happen. But dreams don't mean much without execution. 100 minutes, one pit stop, one driver change, one shot to make it count. A choice. Do you bolt on 4 fresh Michelin tires for grip, or skip tires, save time, and gamble on track position? Every decision matters, every second counts. This week on Win the Weekend, does BMW have what it takes to break Porsche's winning streak in GTP? And does Mercedes have what it takes to hold on to their championship from last year in GTD? And in one of the most powerful stories of the season, Robert Wickens makes his debut in the WeatherTech Championship, racing with custom Bosch hand controls 7 years after the Indycar crash that nearly ended his career.
Daytona and Sebring were tests of endurance. Long Beach is a test of execution. Welcome to the streets of Long Beach. Good, sweet.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Everyone talks about dreams, the win, the comeback, the perfect moment. But dreams don't come true because you want them to. You have to put in the time to make them happen. It's the work, the repetition of the small adjustments that make racing dreams come to life. This is the shortest race of the year. Perfect execution is everything. It's a flat-out sprint, and this is where the team matters most. Pit stops need to be flawless. If they aren't, go home.
Flag, green flag, go, go, go.
Really good job, keep pushing, keep pushing.
I can't get a good run out of the hairpin.
You're doing a mega job. We are P2 so far, P2.
On board the championship leader in GTD.
What's the gap behind?
That is the Mercedes AMG of Windward Racing.
6 seconds, 6 seconds.
Russell Ward behind the wheel. That looks to me like he's just kind of maybe cooling things off a little bit.
We can do 2 more laps, 2 more push-ups.
Good job. Focus on the next 3 laps the best you can get.
Johnny Edgar to the top. Rexy has roared. To the top, Lexus with Vassar Sullivan Racing. A 1:17.877 for Parker Thompson. The corn-off car has gone off.
Sorry. All good.
Last laps for everybody now. Russell Ward bumped down to 7th.
Done telemetry in the lap after your fast lap. You were up pretty good, and then it looks like you gained a ton on the entry to the hairpin and lost the kill.
No, it's not. It's like it's something with the map. It's like in track control first gear, and then it over torques, and then it pulls power, boom, pulls power, and it's like surging. It's really bad.
Porsche threw down at Daytona and Sebring. BMW just halted the Penske giant in its tracks.
Vantor to the top and continues this extraordinary run of qualifying. 3 for 3 on pole position start.
And now, they need to hold the line.
Yeah, 3 for 3, 3 for 3.
BMW's been part of American motorsports for 50 years. Never loud, never showy, but always putting in the hours. They're the type you always have to respect because of it. They've been in the background in GTP, only a couple times on the top step, but always mixing it up.
You have to admit, right, you are an anomaly in this modern era. The young guys aren't like you. There's no other driver that's like you. It's true. Building a gap is also important because that gives us buffer at a stop. Even if our stop is a little slower, it gives you a buffer. And also, what happens is if you can build, let's say, a 10-second gap to the field, right? Almost everyone behind you can't play any tricks because at that point, if they box, they go a lap down.
Yeah.
So in many ways, you neutralize any kind of gamey shit that these guys are gonna do.
Okay.
We don't need to go sailing off, assuming we can. but at the same time, right, it is still good to build a car.
Yeah. All right.
Other than that, it's racing. Let me tell you, we try to complicate this.
At the other end of the paddock, it's not legacy, it's aspirations. Seth Lucas and Kenton Cook. First time in Long Beach, trying to prove they've got what it takes.
But yeah, I grew up coming to this race since I was like 5. I watched like Trans Am, and watching Tommy Kendall was like one of my heroes. This is one of the events that has been on my bucket list for a long time.
Cool. My dad has a background in Indycar, so we watched a lot of that stuff growing up. So I kind of knew it from that. I just thought it was a cool circuit. First time ever being here in person at a street circuit.
Cool. There's so many tools to use to prepare for an event now. I mean, I've probably watched so many onboards that, I mean, you know the place, but until you get on it, you don't know what you're seeing and versus what you're feeling. So.
David.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
We're at Heritage Restaurant in Long Beach. 1 Michelin star and 1 Michelin green star.
Every chef growing up wants a Michelin star.
I think it goes that Michelin was thinking of creative ways to get people to restaurants that were excellent, but you would have to drive out of your way to get to.
What do you guys usually eat going into a race weekend?
In and out.
Here we have a 32-day dry-aged rib chop, sous vide endive, house-made Caesar dressing, Parmesan cheese, and seared maitake mushroom.
Cheers.
It's a new year, new technologies in the car, and our success I think has come down to us, going into the weekend and having the mindset that we're going to race the racetrack. We're both quick, so I think if we can execute like we did at Sebring, we can win this race again.
Last year we didn't have the fastest car really anywhere, any track, but we ended up winning 4 races out of the first 5 just by executing like super well between the team and us. And, that's in the end why it's a team sport. It's a lot like this kitchen.
The server brings in the ticket and then it goes to the expo. And the expo is the one who's really driving the boat. They're calling the tickets to be fired to the kitchen. And then the kitchen all has to execute seamlessly every single time. And then the food runner is taking it to the table and they're explaining the dish. The strategist would be the host. The mechanic would be the back servers. The chef would be the engineer.
Yeah, the engineer would be the chef.
The engineer would be the chef, and I think the crew bringing out the dishes would be the drivers.
If we're saying the service is smooth, I consider that a win.
In the kitchen, a Michelin star is the highest form of recognition, earned through precision and consistency. On the track, the same name empowers those chasing perfection at 200 miles an hour. In each case, Michelin sets world-class standards. Seven years ago, Robert Wickens was living the dream as an Indycar driver, until a crash nearly took everything. Since then, he's worked to get himself back into racing. Now, with new custom Bosch hand controls, he's got himself a seat in the DXDT Corvette with Tommy Milner in the GTD category. It's his next chapter of life, proving the dream isn't over.
From the day Robert had his incident at Pocono, immediately I was texting, checking on him and trying to understand, his health and ultimately then it immediately turned into his recovery.
When I talk to him, it doesn't sound like he doesn't come from this as a place of at a disadvantage in some way. And that's the idea, of course, is to have the same tools that he had before and the same tools that I have to go fast in a race car.
For me, IMSA has always been the place for the auto industry to show technology. And why not allow IMSA to be a platform for technology that allows someone like Robert and the challenges that he now faces in life to continue their pursuit of their dreams.
Not just inspiring for people that have the same sort of disabilities that he does, but even for me.
wants to be in the fight. And as he approaches his first few events, I think he's looking to be a few tenths closer to the best.
After getting accustomed to using hand controls on the tightest track on the IMSA circuit, Robert proved he still has speed, setting the fastest GTD lap in practice. In racing, as in life, comebacks are built silently. The noise comes later.
Crazy, man, how close their feet were to the front.
Zero safety, yeah?
Wow.
I would like to drive it once.
Me too.
How are you guys? I don't miss nobody.
Many signatures
Yeah,
already,
more space there, bud.
Hey, it's only 5 days old.
Come on.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Who's your favorite driver here?
Nasser, easy.
Nazar?
Yeah, 24.
How about you?
Nasser.
Nazar?
All the women, all the girls.
Brazilian flag up there.
And other couple of points, so restart, the start, second gear, so the best zone is above 100 kph. So to restart, you get the full push of the engine.
If for whatever reason we are swapped, 25 is in front of the 24, and we box, is it then not easier to just swap in the pit lane and then swap again when we are out, so we don't compromise our pit stops?
Or even swap on track and then give it back.
And then obviously if this happens, if we swap the car on track for strategy reason, then please guys, when we finish the pit stop, then we will swap the car again, to be fair. Thank you guys, and let's have a good one.
Let's do some more driver changes.
Body is
Yes, we have to do.
I
know.
It's going to be tight. I mean, Porsche's been consistent over, the last few years and starting off the season. But BMW is quick, so. And then today being a sprint race, I mean,
it's hard to say.
Well, it's hard to say.
Proud to welcome you to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Today, it's a single pit stop. It's 100 minutes flat-out racing action. Dries Vanthoor behind the wheel of the 24 on pole. His maiden trip here to Long Beach. We are racing, and the run down the turn one begins. Split start, GTD starts behind GTP. Here we go into turn one. Vanthoor with the lead. Oh, two Penske side by side. Oh. Narrowly missed the wall there. It looked like Tandy had to give it up a little bit. Shows you just how determined these drivers are to win. Tandy, I think, gets the better of it, and the 6 slides back a little bit. We know the 6 wants a victory. They're without one, but how hard do you press your teammates to get it, Calvin? Yeah. Jamina's really up on the wheel, though. I think he's got a little bit more pace than Yellowly right now.
Oh, and there's a little touch there on the left rear, and that little cheese wedge.
Take a look and see what happens to Fadani. It's not a GTP car. 78 way down to the inside. Yeah, and he just washes out wide there, so Misha Gosberg had the move to make, but then he just washes out wide. For of course, Yellow, we knew, did anyone dive to pit lane? That was going to be my question.
It's okay. Box, driver change.
BMW have split the strategy. Porsche have sent both cars. The damaged Acura is in, but the non-damaged one stays out. And now it's time to keep an eye on who does what.
Ready.
Okay, come around the Acura here. We'll drop your board down. 3, 2, 1. Hit your mark. Slow right there. Good job.
We're watching a BMW pit stop at the moment, though, and I don't see any tire change going on, just a driver change. That was done after the fuel, so they lost a little bit of time on that exchange.
Go. Good job there, Matt. Get yourself organized here.
And the 7 gave way. Nick Tandy to Felipe Nasser.
Not a great stop in the changeover there for the 24 car. They lost a lot of spots there. You can see him there, fourth in line.
And sacrificing a lot of track position by doing it.
Yeah, that's none of my business.
So the two cars that stayed out hit it here, Matt, so you guys are first.
They f***ed up. Well, the thing is, I did not hear that on race control.
Neither did I.
I only saw it on the message.
Little loose coming
green
around
flag.
the hairpin on the restart. And Felipe Nasr, your championship point leader in GTP. Big jump. Lead down to turn one.
All right, Robert, we'll be pitting this lap. Pit this lap for driver change.
Look at this parade of GT cars.
Loosen the belts, leg straps, left foot, steering wheel, window net, center the windscreen on the signboard, and your radio cable you'll be swapping to Tommy.
Really solid first stint for Robert Wickens in his return to big-time racing in North America, the highest level of sports car racing. And this stop is so critical. Josh Gibbs is out to help Robert Wickens and carry him back to the side.
Good, fired up.
Tommy Milner, a factory Corvette driver, and he is in. They got their time down to 16 seconds. This looked like a good one. They practiced all weekend.
Alrighty, Tommy. Good stop.
Solid return for Robert Wickens.
It wasn't done.
A frustrating driver change leaves crucial time on the table for Windward.
That is Robert Wickens' teammate there. Tries to go around the outside of the hairpin, doing the crossover here. Gets the launch off the hairpin, side-by-side drag rate down Shoreline Drive. Who got any advantage? Who has any horsepower advantage? Milner moves away, tries to eliminate any side draft that the Mercedes may have. Now they touch! Wow, that is tough. With 160 miles an hour, the 185 mile an hour GTP cars alongside. They do, Bryce. They bump and ball through turn one.
Nice job, Tommy. Nice job.
Look at this little battle here. Tommy Milner has now got onto the tail of Robbie Foley aboard the Turner Motorsports BMW. He looks down to the inside. That was late but clean. Robbie gives him the path. They both continue.
Black flag for, black and orange flag for Tommy Milner.
Officials calling him in. It's going to have to be fixed. Drama continues here at Long Beach, and we still have just under 17 minutes to go. New fast lap for Felipe Nasr, new fast lap of the day, and his teammate right behind him.
Still no pressure from behind. Just stay with the 7 in reasonable distance to save your tires. Final lap, final lap.
These two Porsches are running the race they want to, because the gap between Matt Campbell and Philip Eng in third for BMW now 7 seconds.
And that's second.
Nasr, Porsche Penske win at Long Beach.
3 for 3 for Porsche Penske Motorsport.
Really good job. Also on the overtake.
Nick's just shaking his head. He just can't believe the run they're going on. And Porsche again, this time in GTD AO Racing. Lawrence Vantor behind the wheel.
In the end, the two teams on top in both classes did it while staying on the same set of Michelin tires the entire race. Porsche makes it 3 for 3, holding off BMW once again and stretching their lead in the GTP Championship. For BMW, it's another weekend of what-ifs. Speed in qualifying, but not enough in the pits. In GTD, it was anything but smooth for Mercedes-AMG. Windward never found the rhythm, and Korthoff only gained experience. After some unfortunate contact with the Turner BMW in the hairpin, Robert Wickens and the DXDT did not get the results they came for. But Wickens showed he can easily keep pace with the fastest drivers in GTD. Meanwhile, Lexus keeps stacking podiums. And Porsche's GTD win only makes the uphill battle even steeper for the rest of the competition. Next up, Monterey, California, WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca.